little bit face up, but I think Viego just doesn't really have too many bad matchups.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
Should be okay, as that's a Thresh. Okay, Effort back to an old favorite here.
Jinx maybe, or the Aphelios would be great.
Yeah, I think Aphelios is certainly an option.
I
think there's a lot of things that you can pair with this Thresh, so they weren't necessarily priced into picking Jinx here, but not giving away any of their solo lanes is also a really cool idea, so it will be Jinx.
Yeah. You know, Effort's Thresh has been so good this season.
Yeah.
Valdez and I were a little bit sad we didn't see it in Live Sandbox's last series against Afrika. It was just completely absent, but now back in, and when you have the Ezreal ban, the Kalista pick, it's just a great response, and we will see DRX wanted to play Zoe mid, but they're just going to take the set because
why not?
Go set or go home, like too big to fail.
Yeah. Still a lot of flexibility as well, so the set and the Lee Sin can go into whichever lane they feel more comfortable in. Same time as that is the Diana that we were largely expecting, and I think this is a much tidier draft from DRX. I think that the Kindred ban does stand out as a mistake on Live Sandbox's side. I think the Diana ban would have been a lot better, but I still think that Kroko should be able to get through the jungle a lot faster than Pyosik should in the early stages, and we'll see whether Kroko can have a better time into the Diana than we saw Cuz have earlier today. I still think that you should be able to have a bit of a tempo advantage against the Diana as the Rumble, but I'll have to see.
In the early phases of the game, though, does not have level 6. Kroko does not. He doesn't have the equalizer.
Yep, and both of them sort of recognizing that the Diana and the Viego are very strong right now. Moonfall comes on in, and yeah, the level 6 advantage is just huge. That's going to be the transform from Kingen as well, as there's the flash on forward. Immediately, Prince is going to react.
So we have the best
out of the way.
Super important cooldown right before this fight.
There's a big equalizer, yeah. In goes Pyosik, finds the Moonfall. Oh, it's a really nice exhaust out of Effort, as the hook's going to connect as well. Pyosik desperately trying to get out, but the Tempest will be enough to do it. Summer is not going to get feared, actually just going to use the flash to get himself out of the way. Not exactly the flay that Effort was looking for as that control ward. Effort standing on a ward, which ain't exactly the greatest of news, as Hook is going to connect there. The counter hook comes on in as the Flame Chompers are going to follow up as well. Good play as Kingen is looking for Effort. He's going to take a lot of damage, should be the first kill, and the reset potential is now in as Kingen throws out the hook, doesn't land it. Becca's got a hook as well though, and that should be okay. In goes Fate, finds the face breaker onto Bao, but Bao's able to run his way out. Summit trying to get some work done here as he's picking up kills in the back line, but it isn't quite enough. A double kill for Bao, and this should be even more going over to DRX.
Yeah, this is a lot of gold going over to DRX, and this is the big turn. This is the kind of fight that I was wanting in the last game. Is Soka?
Oh, flash forward. One more. For Prince, he's just not fast enough.
Soka's about to have Q. Oh, Spell Shield!
Of course has the Spell Shield, so yeah, Prince feels a little bit too much, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, well that was also a bit sloppy. They could have been way more patient.
Okay, this might not be though, as that's a real dead Rumble, and oh my goodness, Kroko is just getting hard punished.
Yep, that was on the top side of the map, but there's way more Live Sandbox here than the last time, and DRX do not know about it.
Yeah, they have the information as it is all a bait. In goes Solka though, as I think Effort's just going to get taken down. Oh no! Spell Shield does come in. Effort lasts a little bit longer as Kingen should be taken out of the fight here. Summit as well, trying to survive as Fate. Can he close in here as Summit looks to have escaped for the moment, as Kroko now getting towards the relative safety of this top outer turret.
Fate's going to stick around just in case DRX decide to push the envelope, does now decide to recall. What ended up being, I mean, I don't even imagine, I just know, like, this is where we're headed.
Oh, I hope so. The most disappointing thing would be if it's Infernal Soul. Okay, we've got another one to come down. It's a decent equalizer, but it's not decent enough, and it just doesn't do any damage at this stage. Pyoshik's going to find Kroko. There is no stopwatch available as Fate's going to move his way down. Okay, Prince trying to kite, flashes out of the way of Pyoshik's Q. That's actually very important at Summit. Finds the backline, Jinx gets excited.
He's like,
but the Lee Sin's real dead, and DRX are still looking for more. Kingen, he's going to be Lee Sin for the moment. As Fate, can you protect your Jinx? Is the question, and I think the answer might be no, as Kingen not going to be able to find the stun or anything like that. Pyoshik looking for Prince, and he will be able to find him. Red buff there slows him down to no end, and DRX, I think they're going to win this game.
Yeah, we paused for a moment, you know, just
DRX for free. You'd hazard to say, with the fact that the Drakes were taken pretty late, it's going to be a late soul, if there is one. Now we're going for a dive. Looking for Kingen. Paranoia comes out. Kingen does ult over the wall. Becca turns up here. They know exactly what's going on, though, as Summit is just super far behind. That would have been a good equalizer, but it just doesn't do a lot of damage. Upwards. As okay, in goes Pioshik, looking for effort, and he's just only got eyes for Prince as Solka dives in on top. And yes, they get rid of the priority target. And now they should be able to just complete the fight as well as Kingen looking for Summit, but he's going to take the Lantern out. Pioshik goes golden though. And now Liv Sandbox are trying to regroup. There's the showstopper, but Summit's already dead. And Liv Sandbox, yep, they are all going to follow suit. The hook is going to connect. That's a playback as Solka's going to have his face broken, but the response is a little bit better. Oh my goodness, Fade actually survived.
And there's no minions here. The turret is aggroed, but DRX are still going to walk away from this fight with 3 kills, feeling very happy. Easy to reset.
The target selection was so good from DRX.
Yeah, like this is a monumental win for DRX because even if they don't win this game, because they are playing the best League of Legends we've seen them play since that Gen G series. Now the teleport's coming through to guarantee this is going to be safe. Rocket comes through.
Yeah, okay. Super Mega Death Rocket gets 1 kill. They do manage to secure the Barons. That was almost very scary. Not going to lie.
I mean, losing your Baron buff on Nocturne or Nautilus.
Last nails in this game's coffin.
Pioshik looks like he was going to try to hide here. Oh, and he is.
Yeah, I feel like killing Summit really is his thing. Yeah, Solka didn't. You didn't want to bring Solka over to the rest of your team as well, but thankfully it's only Summit that does die. It's one of the people of throwing this game, absolutely. And in we go. Fate looking for the engage. They managed to go on to Becca, but he's not exactly the target that they want as Prince is trying to kite it out. He's going to be able to flash away as now King
Prince
in some trouble, and Super Mega Death Rocket is going to come forward, but Pioshik just says no. Instant triple kill into the back line. Might be able to make it a quadra, but Bao will lock down that one. There we go. Nope, that's King grabbing a kill, but this is DRX picking up a win, and they will take us to game number 3 against Liv Sandbox.
69,000 gold there to finish the game. What a massive turnaround from game 1 to game 2. DRX will win the 3rd game of the split, and they're 1 win away from taking their first series and ending that 13-game losing streak. High five from CV Max for the first time in a long time as everybody groups up.
It looked like a different team.
Yeah, no.
Completely different.
And we saw, this is such a monumental win because we saw them actually play on the same page. We saw them play around a good jungle pick for Pioshik. Now, this was a mistake in the draft for Liv Sandbox, but regardless, they played the Kalista comp well early. They skirmished, they fought aggressively, they got a massive gold lead, and they never let go. They took the vision away, they kept pushing the objectives. They used a
Pioshik experience, right? Remember when he debuted and he was just topping the damage on like everything? He played a lot of carpets and things like that, but he really was the hard carry, and he's just doing it again.
Yeah, but he also played Lilia last game.
그래 빠졌고 야 가운데 봐줄래? 세트 칼리공 천천히 갈게 이거 너무 빨리면 안 된다 빼면서 할 수 있냐? 야 천천히 여기 타이나 야 리신도 맞아 리신 잡고 끝내자 타워 나이스 나이스
아 펜타 각이었는데
열심히 하는 승리네요 정신 못 차리네 나 다음판 신중해보자 쏘리